Today, I'll be working on a 2006 Scion XB.
The truth.
So today, I've got to fix a problem I've got with the AC system on the Scion XB. So the other day, I was letting this thing charge up because it had been sitting for about a week or two, and I was like, I just want to get the battery charged, so on and so forth. As it was sitting here charging, I heard a pop noise come out of the car. Come to find out that the AC stopped working. So I went inside the car, pushed the AC button, nothing but warm air was coming out of it. So I started looking around in the engine bay, and I noticed these little speckles all over the engine cover here. And then I noticed this. It is electrical tape wrapped around one of the AC lines. It is wet up in here, as you can kind of see on my finger. So that's where all the Freon and shit came out at. So I ended up buying a new line. I'm going to get it installed. It goes all the way down to the compressor down there. So we're just going to change out this line and then recharge the HVAC system. Wow, look at that. It wasn't even sealed in there properly. It's just like sort of sitting in there, but the tape was just holding things together. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. Anyway, let's get, looks like these screws out that hold it in place, and then we're going to have to go down to the bottom side down there and disconnect it. I think it goes straight to the compressor. So we'll have to jack up the front of the car, but first I'm going to take these guys out. Oh, sorry, that did not focus at all. We're going to get these little screws out right here. Alright, now that we have this half of the line loose, let's go underneath the car and get it off from down there. One disclaimer too, if yours didn't accidentally release into the atmosphere like mine did, you're going to need to have it sucked out by a machine. In the States, it is not legal to just naturally purge your AC into the atmosphere. So yeah, you have to have it drained out by a machine if it accidentally doesn't go off like mine did. Because, hey, electrical tape secures everything, right? Alright, let's go ahead and get this new line out of the box so we can compare it side by side with the old one. This is the part number for that new hose. I will link it down below as well, like I usually do. All right, so looking at the new one and then looking at this old one, there should be a clamp that goes around right about there to kind of secure it into place. I'm not sure if it's going to look like this one or not. What we may have to do is go by an auto parts store or go by a junkyard and see if we can find one off of a wrecked car and try and get it off there. So let me do some digging on that, but in the meantime, we are going to finish taking this line off. All right, now looking at this thing a bit more, I guess you probably could get it from the top side. You can see the bolt right there on it. But just for my ease, and that way you guys get good camera angles, I'm going to do it from down below. But yeah, if you feel like you can do it from the top, definitely do it from the top. That way you don't have to jack up the car. Alright, now that we're safely on a jack stand, let's look at our AC compressor really quick. And this is our line right here that we're going to be taking off. It's got a small little nut on the top side, maybe an 8mm or so. We'll find out here in a minute, but it looks like it's been leaking from this seal too, because it's been running down all the way down onto here. So I guess it's a good thing we're changing out this whole line. Anyway, let's find what socket fits this guy right here. And yeah, take this line off. Alright, so I was wrong with my first guess. It is a 10mm, not an 8. Ooh, if it'll focus. So yeah, I got my 10mm on there. A little ratchet. And we're going to crack this guy loose and get that bolt out. And then it's just got like a little O-ring on this end that seals it up to the compressor itself. So when we take it off, it'll probably have to tug a little bit on it just to get past that O-ring, but yeah, either way, it should come out right after that bolt comes out. All right, now we got our line off down here. Let's pull it. Boop. Guess we'll pull it this way then. Nope, never mind. We're going to pull it out the top. That's what I was going to try and do until it tried to fall. Alright, let's go top side. Alright, yeah, let's pull this thing out this way. Nice and easy. Here she comes. Awesome, all the way out. Alright, so you always want to match up your new one to your old one, just to make sure angles are right, you know, valves where they should be, connections are the same, all that kind of good stuff. This one does look right, so let's go ahead and get this new one into the car. Now, just like how we took the old one out, we're going to feed this one down, leaving this elbow side up here at the top. Just nice and easy, we're going to feed it down in front of the alternator and everything. And leave this side up here. Alright, now obviously we're going to take this cap off. It's just on there to make sure nothing happens to that O-ring. So, yep, nothing else inside the cap. That O-ring's going to slip onto here. And then we're going to put that bolt in. Everything I found online says hand tight. But I'm going to give it, you know, nice and snug kind of fit to it. You also want to oil up this O-ring a bit. There's still a little bit of oil left in here, so I'm just going to use that. Put it on my finger, then lube this up. Just so it slides in there nice and easy. Doesn't catch the O-ring, doesn't rip the O-ring or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get this line into this fitting for the AC compressor. Alright, now that it's all secured down there, I'm just going to kind of mock up the line up this way. Alright, it's got a couple O-rings on there. These guys are just going to kind of pop into there. I am going to lube these guys up real quick before I jam it in here. Just so, again, just like down below, it doesn't like catch or rip these O-rings at all. But after I slide that on, I am going to secure this guy down. And then we're going to go get our clamp from the junkyard. Or the auto parts store, whichever one has it. front one first. Still better. Now that we're done with the bottom side of the car, let's go ahead and get this thing lowered back on the ground. And again, if you didn't have to jack yours up, obviously you skip this step. Now looking at the old lines, I don't see anything inherently wrong with the O-rings on either end, but it doesn't mean something that's so fine that I can't see it. But either way, it needed to be replaced. This one had blown out. There's also a deep cut, there it is, in this one. I don't know if that had anything to do with it either. This cut was me and my knife cutting the electrical tape off, but this was not me. So that could have been a problem with the sealing as well. But either way, let's get the new clamp onto our new line and yeah, get this AC system charged up. Alright, so this thing finally came in the mail. This is for the pipe that we just changed out. There is a different part number for the smaller pipe that's on there, but this is for the bigger one. So yeah, if you need to order this for yourself, here's the part number. Alright, I'm just going to clamp this little guy right on here. I am going to put this side up just because that's the way that one is. So I just want to get them the same way, but it just kind of clamps right down on there and it's going to hold our line together. I was looking at it, it looks like if you need to take one of these off, this little metal tab just fits into this hole here and it's got a little latch. So you would get in on this side in that little T-shaped hole there and pop that little metal piece out of the latch, and that's how you would open one of these up if you needed to do that. But since we're just putting ours on, let's go ahead and get it on the line really quick. And there we go, it's that easy. Our clamp is on the line. Now let's go pressurize, or excuse me, create a vacuum on the system, and then we're going to charge the system up. Alright, because I don't have the actual machine that will create a vacuum on the AC system before I put the Freon in, I'm going to go use one. I've heard you can rent them at like AutoZone and places like that. I guess reach out to your local AutoZone if you need to borrow one. But I have one at my job, so I'm going to go there and use that one. All right, got the AC cranking now, and it is nice and cold. So I will see y'all back at the house. All right, coming back to the house. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. But I hope this video helped you. If you like any of the background music that was in this video, check out the artist's SoundCloud. Link is in the description.